Hey everybody, and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look back and making one of New Orleans' Prohibition classic cocktails, the Vieux Carré. So we're going to take a look at the cocktail family that it lives inside of. We're going to make the cocktail, and stay tuned to the very end because we're going to use that cocktail family structure to come up with our own fun, modern version of this Prohibition classic. Hi, I'm Chris from A Bar Above. I'm a 15-year veteran of the bar and somebody that loves making fun and creative cocktails. Now we're going to make the Vieux Carré here in a moment, but before we do, let's quickly talk about the cocktail family that it lives inside of. Now when we take a look at the ingredients of the Vieux Carré, they are all spirit-based, so this is definitely going to fall in that spirit-forward cocktail. More specifically, it's in the martini subfamily. Now when we take a closer inspection of those ingredients, this is not a simple substitution. This is a very advanced style of cocktail. It does have the addition of Bénédictine, which is a very powerful herbal liqueur. So when we put all of this together, what we are looking at is an advanced, improved style martini. That's a lot to say, but whenever we work inside of this cocktail family, precision is key. Getting the balance on this can actually be very, very difficult. So this is going to come into play a little bit later when we make our adaptation, and hopefully we get it right. But we are very lucky. We have a tried and true recipe that will be balanced. So why don't we go ahead and make the Prohibition classic Vieux Carré. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by building everything in our mixing glass. So I'm gonna grab my jigger, and this is gonna be a pretty easy cocktail to build out because most of the ingredients are about the same measurement. So we're gonna start off with our cognac. And the classic recipe actually calls for rye, but unfortunately I didn't have any because we drank it all. But we do have a really nice bourbon. So we're just gonna sub in this, which is gonna make it a little bit on the sweeter side, but we're gonna adjust a little bit as well. Then we're gonna do some sweet vermouth, and this is a really great sweet vermouth. It adds a lot of those botanical notes and really reinforces some of the qualities of Bénédictine. Now this is where things go a little bit different. So up to this point, we've been doing 3/4 ounce pours on all the spirits. Now we're gonna do just a little bit heavy of a 1/4 ounce on this one. And finally, our bitters. So we have Peychaud's and Angostura. So it's gonna give us a nice kind of rounded out effect when we actually go to drink our cocktail. And finally, we're just gonna go ahead and chill this down and strain it out. And finally, for the garnish, we are going to do a simple lemon twist, and this is really going to kind of lift this cocktail up. And there it is, the classic Vieux Carré. Now let's go ahead and give this a try. Cheers. This is absolutely delicious. Just on the nose, you get that fresh lemon peel aroma. Then you get this kind of weighted, chocolatey, kind of herbal notes from the liqueurs and that sweet vermouth. Now all the spirits are kind of like in delicate balance. You can taste the cognac. You can taste a little bit of that bourbon in there. The rye would definitely kind of punch through some of these ingredients, but the bourbon adds a nice weight to this particular cocktail. This is a stunning classic, and for good reason. It is delicious. For our fun variation, we're going to start off the same way. We're going to go ahead and grab our mixing glass and our jigger and start with our base spirit. So we're going to go ahead and do Dorley's rum here, followed by our whiskey. And the rum is going to give us some nice kind of tropical molassesy notes. This is going to add some weight to it as well. This will bring some sweetness, so we're going to go ahead and balance this out a little bit as well. So then we are going to add our Dolan Sweet Vermouth, and this is going to give us that herbal kind of kick that we really, really love. And the final ingredient for our spirits is going to be a pineapple Amaro. So this is going to be kind of what ties all of this together. We got the tropical notes with the Dorley's rum. We have some sweetness and some kind of fun ingredients that are going to really tie in with the sweet vermouth as well. So this is just a really good binding ingredient. And now to really kind of ramp up that kind of vegetal note, we're going to be using one of my favorite kind of subtle ingredients a lot of people have been using is the chartreuse here. This is a very powerful version of chartreuse without all that sweetness. So we're going to add 3 dashes. And I use this one more like bitters than anything else, but it really ramps up the vegetal note. And finally, we're going to do some Angostura as well. Once again, we're going to go ahead and ice this thing down and stir it up. And for the garnish, we're going to go ahead and keep it the same and do a lemon twist. And this will really help to kind of lighten up this cocktail. And there we have it, our version of the Vieux Carré. Now let's go ahead and give ours a try. That is a really good adaptation. Once again, you get the lightness from that lemon peel right on the nose, but then you get this tremendous weight of the cocktail as well. The doorleys, the molasses notes in there make this much more tropical, especially when you start to tie in that pineapple Amaro also. Now the herbal element of this is a little bit more subdued. It's kind of coming in the back of the cocktail. So I'm just now starting to get those herbal elements, but they are really, really fun. So I'm getting a lot more menthol, a lot more eucalyptus on this one than I did on the previous one. This is a very delicious adaptation. Now, how it compares to the traditional Vieux Carré is this one is a little bit heavier on the palate. You're definitely getting much more of that kind of molasses and tropical notes in there, but when you drink them side by side, you definitely get the identity of the Vieux Carré in this adaptation. It's just kind of a fun, different tropical twist on a New Orleans classic. So there we have it. We've made the Vieux Carré. We've talked about the cocktail family structure that the Vieux Carré lives inside of, and then we've used that cocktail family structure to come up with our own fun tropical twist on this New Orleans classic. Now you may have noticed some new bar equipment in this video, and we're going to be releasing our new mixing glass line soon. And if you head on over to shop.abarabove.com, sign up for our newsletter, you will get notified when we do release those new mixing glasses. They're pretty cool and very exciting. So hit the like, subscribe, bell icon, and we will have some more videos for you just like this in the future. Until then, I hope you are enjoying your favorite version of the Vieux Carré. Cheers.